All right, now this is a Harry Lauder's walking stick that I trained up into a tree form, and you can see that tent caterpillars have moved in and made their home here. Now, you know, people get all worked up over tent caterpillars, and maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't, but you know, research has shown that tent caterpillars can, you know, almost completely defoliate a plant or defoliate some kind of a fruit tree and not really kill it. In most cases, they don't do a lot of harm. Will they come back next year? Maybe, maybe not. It really, there's just so many different variables that change that. So me, I don't lose a lot of sleep over it. I have it here in my hand, this leaf. This is from a Harry Lauder's walking stick as well. It's one of the plants that are just adjacent to these. This is Japanese beetle damage. There's not a whole lot that I can do about Japanese beetles either. So the leaves get chewed up, you know, they're going to fall off. Next spring, they're going to come out look like $1 million. So, you know, there are just some insects that in pests that come along, I just don't pay a lot of attention to because, you know, I can treat, you know, I could be out here spraying every day, and what I'll do is I'll kill the beneficial insects that prey on the caterpillars. So, you know, I kind of just, whenever possible, I let nature be nature and don't worry about simple things like this. I'm not the least bit concerned about this plant. I truly believe that, you know, in the fall and come spring, it's going to be fine. If I try to cut this all out of there, I'd probably ruin the plant anyway. So I'm just going to let it go and see how well it fares all by itself. Good approach, bad approach, I don't know, but I got a million things to do, so I'm not going to worry about a few caterpillars in one tree. You know, this place gets inspected once a year by the, you know, the Department of Agriculture. They're going to come in, they're going to see this, they may recommend a treatment, but they probably won't make a big deal out of it. They're not any more concerned about, you know, a pest on one plant than I am. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's a product of nature. So that's really about all I can say. What am I missing something here, Amber, on the tent caterpillar? We wanted to show you caterpillars. When I was back here the other day, this thing was full of caterpillars, and right now there's none in here. But from what I gathered, they actually leave this web during the day and go out and dine on whatever they can find and come back in here at night. But, you know, they're going to evolve, and you know, pretty soon they won't be caterpillars. So, you know, there's eggs and larvae and all that. But again, if I were in the orchard business and I had 1,000 apple trees and I had an infestation, sure, I'd be out there spraying every day. But then again, if I were in the apple business, I'd be spraying every day anyway. That's really what's required to be in that type of a fruit business. So on a couple of ornamental plants in the landscape, I just wouldn't worry about it.